Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Brum's Thrill Hour. I am Brum, and I'm your host of tonight. In today's episode, we will be talking about Randomland and its future, but I can't do it alone, so for that, I brought on a special guest, PJbrick.
Hello, I'm
Welcome to the
PJ
show.
Brick.
Welcome to the show,
Thank you,
PJ.
thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Uh, and of course, welcome
It's an
to
honor
the
to be here.
and of course, welcome to the first episode of the show.
Yeah, Dev, sit down.
And
Sorry about that,
PJ,
guys. Sorry
some
about
of the
that.
viewers may know
Anyways,
you, but introduce yourself a little bit.
I am PJ Brick. I am the owner of Randomland and the owner of an event called OG Randomland, and that's it.
So for now, we're
Yeah.
only going to talk about Randomland, and we'll coming back to Randomland OG later. So for the general viewer, can you tell us a little bit about Randomland itself?
Randomland is kind of like an idea I had back when I was like, I don't know, maybe like 8. I don't know how old I was. I just made it like, I'm gonna do a theme park with like a whole bunch of crazy stuff, like I don't know, like a whole bunch of stuff. And then and I decided to recently I deleted my original version of Randomland and I created this version with Randomland with Splash Mountain. Uh, Originally going to have a cyber city, which was like a cyberpunk type of area, but instead I changed it to Old West. And then a book, very famous book in the Americas. It's called The Outsiders. The Outsiders is about I think a teenage gang, and like has like a lot of characters that like are very known to the American pop culture. And then we changed it to a Roblox game that came out in 2020 that won hold on. The Builderman Award of Excellence, the Game of the Year, and I forgot the other one. I think like Best Horror Game or something. I don't know. But it's Piggy by
Yeah,
Minitoon, obviously. Yeah, we love Minitoon. He's awesome.
it's a good game.
Uh yeah, it's a very good game. Very good game. And then the other areas are the Old Western. The Old West is kind of just like the American Old West, kind of like Frontierland in Disney World or Disneyland. And then we have Critter Country, which is like of course it has a whole bunch of like critters like with Splash Mountain. Splash Mountain was a thing, a ride based off of a movie called Song of the South. Very interesting movie. I won't get into the topic, but it came out in 1946, and um the idea for when I wanted to make Splash Mountain was on the last day of Splash Mountain at Walt Disney World because I knew I wanted to build it, but I did not know how back when I first made OG Randomland, which was a Randomland 1 or Randomland point 1, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, that's how I kind of did it, you know?
So you were talking about the Critter Country, and I have visited that myself in this game, and I need to say, it's really nice. And
Thank you.
it is, I think it's a complete recreation of Splash Mountain, right?
Yes, it's a full recreation of the like small area in Frontierland.
And
That like small area.
how long did it take you to create that whole ride?
Um, Funny enough, that area specifically took the longest to make. It took about almost the full time for Randomland. It was almost a full year of making Splash Mountain and the
That's
queue and like all that
that's pretty
because we
long.
wanted to be because we wanted to be precise, exactly to the bare minimum of detail,
And
but
for the
not enough where it looks bad,
yeah,
you know.
and for the people who want to see that, right? BJ has his own little channel where you can find the little showcase of that.
Yeah, and it's also there's also going to be a video coming out in probably later future with all of the rides, not just Splash, it's all of the rides in total with like
So if you don't want to
yeah.
miss anything about that, I would maybe consider checking his channel out just so you know what we're talking about a little bit. But not in this
Yeah.
video. Just watch it out till the end, and then you can come
Yeah.
see it at PJ's channel. So
Mm.
you also were talking about a little piggy ride.
Yeah.
Can you tell a little bit more about that?
The Piggy Land. Okay. So it's kind of like a mashup between the storyline of Piggy, which started out in the granny house, if you know what that is. People
Yeah.
don't know. Piggy used to be a granny type of game before it became a full-fledged storyline. And and the first ride that you see in Piggyland is called Runaway Piglet. Or no, yeah, it's Runaway Piglet. And and then the second ride is about a character that is, bro. Oh, I remember when she died, bro. Everyone was bawling their eyes out. Bunny, a very, very, very famous character in Piggy lore. Everyone cried when she died in the metro after Mr. P gave her the potion, and the ride is kind of put into your perspective of Bunny and what happened to her. Even though there was actually a chapter that recently came out that completely debunked my theories. Thank you, Minitoon. But that ride was kind of like about like her seeing like distorted things in the metro, seeing like rabbits pop out, attack her, and it was actually going to be a first person shooter ride when it releases. And then the other ride in Piggyland, which is uh has not been built yet, but it's going to be about the final chapter of Piggy Book 2. And
Okay.
why and the reason why I chose Piggy Book 2 is because I that's when I kind of started to get into the lore of the game and like yeah, that's when I kind of got into like the big lore and kind of like started watching like Creekcraft, all of them, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah,
The,
that's what yeah.
so bright
Yeah.
futures ahead for the piggy land.
Oh yeah, a lot, a lot, a lot.
And
Of course I'm gonna leave some of course I'm gonna leave some things out so it can be like a big surprise to the viewers, you know.
yeah, that's a good idea. And
Exactly.
about the rest of the park, you also have other themed lands like the western area.
Yeah, the western area was kind of like it was kind of like a quick thing because we kind of realized that we can't really mix uh the old south of Splash with a cyberpunk Japanese city, you know?
Yeah, that land is really hard to make.
Yeah. And
So
the old western area was kind of like a quick thing that we kind of like put together before maybe like I think at least a couple of months after we started fully like put our time, effort, and our love and care into the park.
yeah.
Yeah.
So for the people who may not know, Randomland is also opening tomorrow at the day of the recording.
Or yeah, the day of recording it's opening tomorrow.
So you'll probably see this video the day after release, after the
Yeah.
opening of Randomland. Um, and are you a little bit nervous about the opening itself?
Honestly, yes, because we're right now what I can from what I can see, we kind of have really low attendance for the event, and I want there to of course I don't of course I'm not expecting like Kosi or like Timon or like not me to be there, but at least like Dev will be there or like you will be there and like I'll get Project out of the hole, but maybe Project, big Project's grave, you
So
know.
yeah, I also saw you made a little sequence for the opening itself, and yeah, I hope we can enjoy that little sequence you made.
Yeah, the ceremony will be happening around later in the day because my like the team, like the people who work with Randomland are my like IR like real life friends. So they're actually gonna come to my house and we're all gonna be in one room. We're all gonna like have like a big speech, all of that about Randomland and like how much time and effort and like care we really put into the park um because we went through a lot of battles with a few people kind of like wanting to like dox us, make fun of our builds, kind of like do like a whole bunch of terrible stuff and like make fun of me specifically because I had the idea of making Splash Mountain, you know? And yeah, I'm not gonna say who or what because I don't want them to get mad at me, obviously.
mhm. Your
But we're
friends.
we're on neutral terms now. We're on neutral term. It's someone in the theme park community, but I'm not gonna that's not gonna be addressed
So you're not gonna.
until yeah.
That's all
Like they
right.
know who they are. They know who they are. They know who they
uh, did you want to thank anybody for helping with Randomland specifically?
are. Honestly, I would like to actually thank Gabe to Epic Dev because he's the one who kind of made me realize that showing that like I don't know how, but I felt like he saw the potential in the park. He could tell that this will be a great park. And I really enjoyed on how much like because he's an awesome person to work with. He's been phenomenal. He's been a great, like wonderful, amazing human being. He's amazing. He's like really nice. He's a good person. And I honestly want to I'll like he's actually in the ceremony speech. Like I have actually some things to say to like to the audience to him. So of the day of recording, if you watch the Randomland opening day live stream and then the opening day ceremony live video, you'll probably hear me talk about Dev and how much a lot of great stuff he's done for the for us people at Randomland.
So yeah, going back through history, you said you were quitting theme park a few times. Did Gabe then
Yeah.
push you
Yeah, Gabe
to
kind
come
of
back?
yeah, Gabe kind of pushed me back because I kind of like because I like so I kind of like watching his old streams a lot to like kind of remind me on why it's special to to continue the park. And I
Yeah,
realized that what we've built is something that people will experience and bond over. Like it's not just a theme park and theme park tycoon. It's a full-fledged experience,
yeah,
you know?
and yeah, I would say Gabe is also really great to me, and he helps me
Yeah.
also out with a lot of things if I have questions. Um,
Yeah.
and with that, I think is everything I wanted to ask about Randomland. But you also had a future event coming up on Randomland OG.
Oh
Uh,
yeah, Randomland OG. Oh, okay. Well, Randomland OG is a OG style event in a separate game that's not in theme park. Of course, theme park is connected to it, and of course we're gonna build the park in Theme Park Tycoon first. Then we will work on the actual hub for Randomland. But the actual Randomland hub, it will have a whole bunch of quests to get cool items and all of that, and it's we have a clear vision and plan in place where we want to have this like be successful, and I think it will because anything classic themed, if you look at uh Fortnite for example, they did really well with their OG season in
yeah,
last year
yeah, many people
and
visited
for
it indeed.
yeah, I remember over 100 million overall that month
Yeah,
playing. I remember that, and then for the reason why we did Random with OG was because we kind of realized that we want to show the viewers what it's like from like my bad. To see how we can see the beginnings of the origins of the park of Randomland to what it is now to with Piggyland, Sky Old West and Critter Country.
so you're basically gonna bring back some failed ideas or failed implementations to the park and going to show them off in the separate game you're making.
No, we actually will also be building the full original park, fully
Fully
original park,
okay.
the whole thing. So we're gonna build Toy Story Land, Skylanders, if you know what that is. It's a game with toys to life. I played it a lot when I was younger,
Many
and
people did.
Piggy, and then in the back of the park, Splash Mountain will be there. I have to build another Splash Mountain recreation. I cannot wait for that.
Splash Mountain is a bit of your prized possession.
Oh no, I'm just
No.
I'm deathly worried.
Yeah. Um, Yeah, and with this, we'll take a little break and we'll be back shortly after that. Hey there! If you like this video already, please make sure to like the video down below. And if you want to see more of this content, just let know in the comments. And also, if you don't want to miss anything else, please make sure to subscribe to the video, and that would be great. Also, if you find yourself going back regularly at this channel, maybe consider it too. And also, this spot is to kind of promote my Discord server because it's been inactive lately, and I just want to spruce it up a little bit, blow back some life in it. And I can't do that alone, so for that I need you. So if you see this video and you want to join the Discord server, that's possible via the link down below in the description. And you can do lots of stuff there, talk with other guys, and even share your own creations in different channels, and also get get a notification on when I'm doing anything else. And that's basically everything I have to say. So I'll see you guys back in the studio. So welcome back to the show, everyone. Um, PJ,
Yeah.
during the break we were discussing some things, and you did you have any new projects coming up?
Yes, actually, I have a new project in the Randomland industry. It's Randomland 2.
Randomland 2. This is the first time you announced it, right?
Yes, my very first time.
So we have a little bit of a spot to take. But can you tell us something more about Randomland 2?
Randomland 2 is kind of like Randomland 1, where it's just random stuff in one park. But Randomland 2 will have, um, in one corner of the park, one theme will be a new movie that just came out, maybe like summertime of this year. Deadpool and Wolverine. The first, I think that's, yeah, the first thing first land that you'll see in the park with, of course, the main plaza, obviously.
The scene where Deadpool and Wolverine were walking on the street.
To the end of
Yeah, near the end
the
of the
final
movie.
act.
Yeah.
And then the second area will be based on a really, really famous singer's life that was alive during the 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, and 70s to an abrupt end in the 70s. The singer's name is Elvis Presley.
Elvis Presley. Yeah.
Yeah. And remember the second and then the last land, we don't know like anything really about that yet, but we were thinking about we had a couple ideas with Fortnite and maybe like another Disney ride. We don't know yet, but right now we're kind of leaning towards having it Fortnite themed.
Okay. Um, do you also have any rides you're thinking of placing there?
The first one is of course in the Elvis themed area. It's going to be about, I think, his early stages of being like kind of coming up as a new singer, kind of going into like the hayride and him getting all the girls to throw things, you know, at him and
Mm-hmm.
all that.
Yeah.
If you know what I'm talking about, I'm not gonna say if. Um,
Yeah, and
and then the next ride is Deadpool and Wolverine, and well, we don't really know
you don't know
what
what.
we're gonna add yet.
Yeah.
The ride will be based on the very first scene where like he's slaughtering all of the TVA agents,
Yeah.
but instead of the TVA, it's theme park YouTubers.
Oh, so
So that's gonna be funny.
I need to worry then. Or
Dev, are you gonna be there? Is the question we're all wondering.
Uh,
Anyways,
yeah, and for
yeah,
the last round, you were not sure what to add. Um,
yeah. We kind of had an idea for the Fortnite area to have like a roller coaster, that you go on the battle bus and you kind of like fly across. We don't know what map we're gonna choose. I think we're probably gonna choose the chapter one map where you fly through like Loot Lake, Tilted Towers, Retail Row, the volcano, all of that.
I think most
So,
people will know the season chapter one
yeah,
map.
because chapter one's pretty famous. Yeah,
Yeah.
but I think we're leaning towards some more of the Fortnite area and having that like giant, big, like huge area in the park.
Hmm.
So it could be like a 1-to-1 scale replica of like some of the locations, like Loot Lake, maybe Tilt Towers. We don't know yet.
Yeah. Um, just talking about general now. How did you came up with the name Randomland?
Um, well, here's the story. So I was watching a guy named Justin Scar. He's like a YouTuber. He's kind of like a Disneyland YouTuber, and his like the world he calls like his videos like welcome back to Randomland. And I'm like, ooh, I might take that because like it just
Hmm.
rolls off the tongue pretty well.
Yeah.
And we actually sat on call with one of my co-owner, like the actual co-owner. His name is Jake. Uh, and he was kind of throwing out names for like what we were gonna call the park. One was I think the Adventures of PJ or something, and then the other one was like Random World, and then we went to like Random Land. I'm like, ooh, that might not be a bad idea. But then he gave me another idea, like the land of the random. Like, ew, no, this is absolutely disgusting. So then we decided to just choose Random Land as the
Yeah.
name.
Mhm.
Also,
I agree that
and that was I think
Randomland.
a week before that was like a week before I found out that Justin Scott had the same thing.
Yeah, I can agree that Randomland really rings well out of the tongue.
Yeah.
So, if you have anything else to add about Randomland, you can say it now.
Well, OG Random Land.
Yeah.
Big announcement. The starting date of the event is in November of 2025. And another thing, if you do not like theme park, if you're not into like theme park much and you like watching a movie, I'm making a movie about like a character who kind of has some struggles, but it all takes place in a game called VR Chat.
Your
So it's
chat
gonna
can
get
do okay.
yes, if it's gonna get very interesting, and I think the movie is going to come out also in 2025. I think before OG Randomland. So, and the first trailer is out, by the way. First trailer is out. And I will do a big movie premiere in a few servers in the
Yeah.
theme park community and also out.
Hmm.
Yeah. And I'm excited to show you guys what we have worked on for Randomland 1, 2, and OG Randomland and the movie,
Okay.
which is actually titled. I can't think about it on my head, but the editor or something will just put it on the screen real quick.
It's good.
Yeah.
So that was PJ talking about Randomland OG and Randomland and Randomland 2, also a little bit about his channel. So if you don't want to miss anything about PJ itself, you can go to his channel via the link in the description and subscribe to that channel. And for the next episode, we'll also have a very special guest. Um, I'm not going to say that much. You just have to wait for the announcement. And
It's been an honor. It's been an honor. It's been an honor to be on this
yeah,
podcast.
so PJ, I hope you enjoyed being here.
Well, I did.
So thank you, PJ, for coming to this podcast as our first guest. It was truly an honor, and I hope to see you again in the future. And thank you all guys for watching this first episode. It was truly a blast making this, and I hope to see you guys again in the next episode.